Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Memorial Stadium on the campus of Natick High School in Natick, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity field hockey contest between the hosting Redhawks of Natick High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Well, it is back to school week, which means it's also back to the field for these student athletes. So get excited for a fresh new season of Warriors field hockey today, folks, as they are opening their season with what promises to be quite the show. You guys know I say it in all the different sports I cover. Whenever Brookline and Natick face off, you know you're in for a show. Two close local rivals always bring the fire when they face each other. Fan bases, both great, bring a lot of support to their respective teams. Always such a fun time for me whenever I get to cover Warriors versus Redhawks. And last year I actually got to cover these two teams specifically in this specific place as Brookline and Natick faced off on the field hockey field here in Natick. In a game that I covered last year. Ended up being quite the thrilling contest. Brookline coming away with the win 3-0 in a very close game where Brookline really only took a multiple goal lead late into, I think, the fourth quarter off of 3 penalty corner goals. Point being, these are two closely matched teams that I expect are going to bring the fight here today. And I'm excited to be able to see them again. Wi-Fi is a little shaky at times out here in Natick. Some of you might remember from last year's broadcast, we had a couple of unfortunate frame cutouts, particularly around one of the goals. I think we had an unfortunate frame cutout. Might happen tonight. I'm hoping things stay as smooth as they can be. But as I did last year, I am recording this whilst live streaming it, so anything that gets cut out, I will have a full recording of and will be able to upload that later tonight if need be. And I'll be able to do it a lot faster than last year because last year I covered the game between these two teams and then immediately hopped on an airplane the next day for a family trip out to North Carolina, and then I caught COVID on the plane right back. Last fall was rough, folks, but I'm expecting a fun fall season this year, and it's going to start with a great game here today. Reminder, as always, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. And check out the description section of the video for some helpful links. Some of them related to me, some of them related to some local organizations we're spotlighting, including our new local sponsor for this fall, as I am happy to say that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS Sports parent, Dr. Brandon Esch, for the non-corporate, personalized dentistry that our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com. You can find all that information in the description section down below, and you can see their logo down in the bottom middle of your screen in between some of my information and our scoreboard graphic. So with that in mind, as we've got a little less than 4 minutes on the pregame clock out here today, let's take a look at the rosters coming into this contest. We're going to start over on our left with the hosting Natick High Redhawks. Natick last year went 6-7-5, 6 wins, 7 losses, 5 ties, finished 23rd in the power rankings. and lost in the round of 32 of the state tournament to 10th-seeded Concord Carlisle by a final score of 3-0. Their roster for this year, going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a sophomore goalie, number 00, Natalie Boyer. Next, a senior co-captain, number 1, Liz Curley. A senior co-captain, number 2, Sophia Ambrose. A senior, number 3, Tess Libby. A senior, number 5, Madison Hughes. A sophomore, number 6, Ella Tarka. A senior, number 7, Gemma Close. A junior, number 8, Sarah Freshman. A junior, number 10, Gabby Pinney. A junior, number 11, Catherine Catching. A senior captain, number 13, Sydney Crane. A sophomore, number 14, Maddie Brenneman. A junior, number 15, Emma Fair. A sophomore, number 17, Allie Flynn. A junior, number 18, Harper Crimmins. A junior, number 19, Kira Mangan. A sophomore, number 27, Jolie Flynn. A senior, number 31, Marin Gitlin. A senior, number 40, Addie Roby. A junior, number 42, Jane Brunel. And a sophomore goalie, number 99, Ava Zaccello. Head coach of the Natick High field hockey team is Megan Pinney. So that is the roster for Natick. Now let's move over to our right, take a look at the visitors on the scoreboard today, the Brookline High Warriors. Last year, the Warriors went 9-7-2, 9 wins, 7 losses, 2 ties, finished 25th in the power rankings, losing out to Natick on strength of schedule there. They lost in the round of 32 to 8th-seeded Bishop-Feehan 3-0 to end their season. Looking at their roster for this year, going in order of jersey number, first off, we have a senior, number 1, Kale Bundy. Next, a junior, number 2, Callie Feldman. A sophomore, number 3, Ellie Haberkern. A junior, number 5, Maya Schwartz. A freshman, number 6, Audrina Williams. A senior co-captain, number 7, Mia DiCarlo. A senior number 8, Birdie Hawkins. A senior number 9, Kathy Merlis. A senior number 10, Sadie Hoge. A senior number 11, Bella Mendoza. A sophomore number 12, Molly Schroeder. A senior number 13, Ruthie Sandler. A junior co-captain number 14, Clara Tebow. A senior number 15, Joanna Alves. A junior number 16, Caroline Hughes. A senior number 17, Izzy Pice. A senior number 19, Maggie Tien. A junior number 20, Zaira Johnson. A senior number 21, Sydney Bueno. A senior co-captain number 22, Brooke Bottiglieri. A junior number 24, Vanessa Cameron. A freshman goalie number 84, Anna Subin. And a senior goalie number 99, Anna Danker. Sophomore team manager Sophia Miller Culver, and head coach of the Brookline High field hockey team is Emily Hunt. Those are our rosters coming into today. And a note to any fans of either team tuning into this live stream, if you notice that I'm messing up the pronunciation of any of these players' names, please correct me in the live chat or send an email if you're not comfortable with YouTube's live chat system. I want to give these young ladies the best coverage I possibly can, and to me, part of that means getting their names right. Well, we're going to get our pregame ceremony started in just a second, so the PA announcer is going to take over. But first, they're going to do a stick check first. So yes, if I'm messing up any names, that's a good reason to leave a note in the live chat. But also, if you just want to say, go Brookline or go Natick, or you want to give a shout out to a specific player, maybe you're tuning in to watch a family member or a friend, maybe you want to let us know where it is you're tuning in from. Sometimes it's fun to hear from fans watching from other states or even other countries, or especially if you notice any technical difficulties. I'm expecting some minor connectivity glitches. You know, some video frames might cut out. I expect the audio should come through just fine in general, but you never know. Like I said, we did have an unfortunate cutout during one of Brookline's scoring plays last year when we were covering a game here. But as always, I will be recording this, and so any technical glitches I can account for by uploading a fully recorded version later tonight, if need be. We got some folks having fun in our live chat already. From Ethan Duncan saying, "I'm watching from the press box. Go Natick." Watching from the press box, like right next to me. we have fun up here in the press box. It's one of the reasons I love covering games from Natick. They have fun. They have a lot of fun out here.
Stick check, right? You gonna do stick check? You're good? Yeah, head out.
We got another note in the live chat from Eva Cates saying, "Go Mia and Anna." And now the PA announcer is going to take over, so I'm going to switch over to my camera mic briefly.
Your very own Natick High School Redhawks. Tonight, the Redhawks host the Warriors of Brookline High School. We're pleased to welcome you. Wish to remind you that this contest is being played by young athletes, not professionals, who are trying to represent themselves to school to the best of their ability. Please remember to not cheer, criticize, or downgrade players, coaches, or the officials. Request that all cheering be supportive. For your safety as well as those around you, we ask you do not stand along the front railing or block the front aisle, and smoking is not allowed at Memorial Field. Please, let's all make this event a positive experience for all. Introducing the officials for tonight's game, they are Mr. Krikorian and Mr. Tachi. And now introducing the starting lineups. We start first with the Brookline Warriors. Starting in goal, wearing number 99, Anna Denker. Starting on defense, number 21 is Sydney Bueno. Starting at midfield, number 19, Maggie Sheehan. Starting at forward, number 17, Izzy Pays. Starting on defense, number 15, Joanna Alves. Starting at midfield, number 13, Ruthie Sandler. Starting on defense, number 12, Molly Schroeder. Starting at forward, number 11, Bella Mendoza. Starting at forward, number 6, Audrina Williams. Starting on defense, she's a captain, number 7, Mia DiCarlo. Starting on midfield, she's a captain, number 14, Clara Tebow. Please welcome the rest of the Brookline Warriors. Their head coach is Emily Hunt. And now for the starting lineups with very own Natick Redhawks. Starting in goal, wearing 00, Natalie Boyer. Starting at midfield, number 6, Ella Tarka. Starting at midfield, number 40, Addie Roby. Starting on defense, number 10, Gabby Peeney. Starting on defense, number 19, Kira Mangan. Starting forward, number 17, Allie Flynn. Starting on defense, number 7, Gemma Close. Starting forward, number 11, Catherine Ketching. Starting at midfield, she's the captain, number 2, Sophia Ambrose. Starting forward, she's the captain, number 13, Sydney Crane. And starting in midfield, she's the captain, number 1, Liz Curley. Please welcome the rest of the Natick Red Hawks. Volunteer coaches are Shelley White, Liz Mazzola, assistant coach is Aaron Quirk, and head coach is Meg Peeny. And now, fans, we ask that you please rise if you are able, remove your hats, and remain standing. The Natick community, and more specifically, Natick High School Athletics and Natick Pegasus, the local community access channel, recently lost one of its members. Bill Dempsey passed away in August at the young age of 84 years old. Bill Dempsey, or Mr. D, raised a family of hockey players here in Natick. He coached the Natick Senior Babe Ruth baseball team during the summer and was also a bus driver extraordinaire who, if he was driving your bus to your game, you knew you were not going to be late. He also video recorded for Pegasus all of the events he drove the bus to, and sometimes he did both at the same time. At this time, the Natick High School field hockey team and their coaching staff ask that you join them in a moment of silence in memory of Bill Dempsey. Fans, please, a moment of silence for Bill Dempsey. On behalf of the family, friends, and athletes that knew Mr. D well, thank you. And now please remain standing as we honor America and those who have defended or are currently defending our freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, those were our pregame ceremonies, and we will soon be getting this game underway. Natick High School bringing the pregame presentation there. Starting lineups, national anthem, and sandwiched in between it, a moment of silence honoring the late Bill Dempsey, who, as you hopefully were able to hear through my camera's mic, did so much, you know, so many little and big things for the Natick athletics community during his time. But now we've got some field hockey action coming our way in just a moment. I mentioned just before we switched over to the camera mic that Eva Cates left a note in the live chat saying, "Go Mia and Anna." I'm assuming she's referring to Brookline co-captain Mia DiCarlo, as well as Brookline's starting netminder Anna Denker. You got a fresh 15 minutes on the clock for the first of 4 quarters here today as the starters take to the field. See Anna Denker taking her spot in the cage for Brookline. For Natick, their starting goalie Natalie Boyer. Looks like Natick is going to get the opening possession of the game. Looks like starting it at midfield is going to be their senior co-captain, number 13, Sydney Crane. There's the opening whistle, and we are underway. A new season of Warriors field hockey begins now. Natick moving it cautiously along their own end. Trying to push it around now is number 1, Liz Curley. Pass back, and it's slid up the far side, a couple of passes, and now broken up by the Brookline defense, but stolen back, but a violation committed. Number 11, Catherine Catching, was trying to take it back after a nice defensive play by Molly Schroeder. Now they're trying to move it up again. Catching with the ball. Catching working against Schroeder here. Passes back to number 40, Addie Roby. Roby engaged in her own battle as that goes off the foot of the Brookline defender, number 19, Maggie Tien. Now slid to the middle to, I believe, Liz Curley. Curley pushing through a defender, sliding it towards the semicircle, but just barely cleared out. Big defensive play by Brookline's number 7, Mia DiCarlo. Now Natick trying to reset. That's Sophia Ambrose. Tried a long swing and pass, but a little too much mustard on that one as it flies out of bounds. So Brookline will control it from the out-of-bounds spot deep in their own territory. That is number 21, Sydney Bueno. Bueno lifts it, but it's blocked down by Natick. Number 14, Clara Tebow, is trying to push it out, but couldn't. I think it went off her foot. A good block down by Allie Flynn gives Natick this chance. A crosser into the semicircle, intercepted by Brookline. I believe that was DiCarlo again with a big stop, but Natick trying to push through on the second effort. A swing bouncing towards the net, and it's going to draw a penalty corner, the first of the evening. So big opportunity for Natick here. Again, started by a big block down of the insert from out of bounds. Allie Flynn allowed Natick to make this push. Now they set up for the penalty corner. Slid back. Go for the flick. It goes off the foot. A golden chance right in front of the cage, but it goes off the foot of Ambrose, who made a nice cut right in front of the box after making the insert from the corner. This long pass intercepted by Curley, sent down the far side, but broken up by the Brookline defense. Trying to push it forward is Tien, and she does draw a violation off the foot of a Natick defender. Now Brookline trying to move it upfield, but that pass broken up. Tien trying to fight for it against Roby, but Roby gets the pass up to, I believe, Catching. Catching. Pass back to Roby, back up to Catching. Good move to fake out the defense. That pass to the middle, intercepted by the Brookline defense. DiCarlo has made several big stops, but now Catching in pursuit takes it back and slides back to Ambrose. Ambrose's pass broken up. DiCarlo recovers but can't stay with it as it's now passed near side, broken up by Brookline's number 3, Ruthie Sandler. Sandler tries to push one, but violation called on Sandler. Natick ball sent down the near side, a little too far, curves off to the side, out of bounds. Pass intended for number 6, Ella Tarka. But now Bueno going to insert from out of bounds, but again blocked by Allie Flynn. Couldn't get any air under that one. Tebow breaks it up, but recovered by Ambrose. Ambrose insert, bounces through. And trying to battle for it, Sydney Crane. And they can't get it out of the box, and Crane draws another violation inside the semicircle, and that is going to be Natick's second penalty corner inside the first 5 minutes of the game. Ambrose setting up as the inserter again. Brookline's got to watch out for her. She made a very nice backdoor cut last penalty corner. This one slid back to Curley. Curley flicks it. Ambrose redirects and misses wide. Pass had just a bit too much bounce on it, but another nice idea They really like working that backdoor cut with Ambrose after she inserts it, and it's been getting them some prime scoring chances. As that time of violation when Allie Flynn made the block there went off her foot, might have gone off her hand, it looked like. Either way, Brookline ball. This one lifted, bouncing along, blocked down, and taken by Curley. Pass intended for Tarka, too far out of bounds. Bueno flicks it, bouncing along, and gets to a teammate, DiCarlo. DiCarlo trying to work through the middle, stood up by Ambrose, and Ambrose takes the ball away. Natick applying some great forward pressure. DiCarlo pokes that one free, but could not be fully cleared. And it's recovered again by Natick. Passed back to Kira Mangan, slid over to Ambrose, sent upfield to Crane, and over to Catching. Catching trying to force her way through. Catching a chance, and went for the extra pass, and it slides out of bounds. Might have been better suited to go for a long shot there, but she tried to go for one extra pass to Allie Flynn. But it goes out of bounds. Brookline trying to clear. They've been having such trouble moving it upfield as Natick again takes it away. Crane walled off, and it's recovered by Tebow. Lifts a high bouncer. It's blocked and ultimately recovered by Brookline. Racing with it, I believe, is Izzy Pice. As it's broken up now, I think, by Ambrose, but a pass back stolen. Brookline racing upfield with it. This is number 8, Birdie Hawkins, on the attack. As it's taken back now by Curley, passed out to Roby, slid up, intercepted by Tebow. Tebow trying to push it back. Brookline trying to apply some pressure now. Broken up by, I believe, Ambrose. Ambrose pass goes off the leg of Hawkins. They let it go until Hawkins touched it. That's what triggered the violation, and so now it'll be a free ball for Natick. Lifted high, bouncing along. Sandler trying to block it, and she does take it. Fending off Ambrose, she slides it up the near side for Hawkins. Hawkins poked loose by Mangan. It's going to slide out the back end. And I believe that's going to be out off Natick, but not within the semicircle, and so it's simply going to be a free ball rather than a penalty corner. Or no, it's a free ball for Natick. They said out off Brookline. My mistake. That pass went off the foot of Ambrose. She had to let it go. Pass to the middle, bounces past Pice. And she's still trying to apply the forward pressure, but the pass gets away. I believe that was number 3, Tess Libby, who chased it down and got it out of there. Natick moving the ball upfield. Catching, trying to push it past, get it to Crane. Schroeder on defense. No whistle as Crane keeps moving with it. Blocked now by DiCarlo. Catching recovers, gives it to, I believe, Roby. Back to Catching. Catching pushes past Schroeder. Catching running with it. Trying to pass. Blocked by Tebow. Tebow slides it up. Roby intercepts. Roby passes back. It's disrupted, taken back by Brookline, but nowhere to go with a clear, and it's taken easily by Ambrose in open field. Ambrose spins off her defender, backhand swing, high bouncing towards the semicircle. Now a battle for the ball, and it went off a Natick player's foot, and so Brookline will take it. Pass misses on the near side, out of bounds, Natick ball. Ambrose slides it to a cutting Curley. Curley pushes it through a stick, gets it up to Flynn. Broken up, just barely slides out. And I think it's going to be Brookline ball. Big defensive effort by Joanna Alves on the back line there. 5:30 left in the first quarter, and I misunderstood the call once again. It's Natick ball around the 25. Ambrose back to Curley. Slides it up for Tarka. Tarka working against Sandler. Backhand swing walled by Sandler, and Sandler clears it back. Chased down by Mangan. Mangan sends one through the middle, threads the needle to Crane, who tries to push it forward through a wall of defenders. Brookline scraps it out of the semicircle, but Ambrose trying to push it forward again. Keeps with the ball despite the defense. And now a big golf swing towards the middle, blocked by the foot pad of Anna Danker, and Brookline barely clears it out despite the huge opportunity for Natick with a loose ball sitting right in front of the box. DiCarlo flicks it forward. Chased down and pushed forward by number 16, Caroline Hughes, but taken back by Natick. Pass too far for Crane, and it's taken by DiCarlo. DiCarlo slides it out far side for Tien. Tien slides it up the line, blocked, taken back by Natick, tries to push for catching, but too far, cleared out. Recovered now by Roby, pass up to catching, goes for Crane, who tries to knock it out of the air, and a little too physical on the defense was DiCarlo. It's going to be a free ball for Natick. 4 minutes left in the first quarter, no score so far. Natick applying pressure again, trying to force her way through is Curley. Last line of defense again. This time was Bueno. Recovered by Flynn, but couldn't get around Sandler. Sandler trying to get past Flynn now. Sandler muscles her way through, tries to pass up for Hawkins. Stolen back, taken by, I think, number 28, who slides to the middle, bouncing along. Catching, couldn't get a stick on it. Roby trying to keep it in the semicircle, and she does and forces the corner. Third corner chance for the Redhawks here in the first quarter with just over 3 minutes left. Not quite sure who number 28 on Natick is. They didn't have her listed on the roster that I saw, but she made a good crossing hit there to set up this help set up this chance. Ambrose slides it back. A flick is blocked by DiCarlo and cleared out. Allie Flynn trying to recover it. And loose ball is picked up by Curley. Curley pushing into the semicircle. Big swing, kind of whiffed on it. And now Sandler taking it out of the semicircle down the near sideline. Curley in pursuit takes the ball back. Pushes it towards the semicircle. Recovered by DiCarlo. DiCarlo clear, blocked. Roby tries to lift one, knocked down. An attempted chance for catching, could not get through the defense. Roby walled by Maggie Tien. They get it out, but it's put back in. Catching, flicks it, skips high. Whoa, just wide. Bit of a redirect there off the bounce. Might have been Crane who redirected that one, as it looked like it was going to bounce past Danker, but it goes just wide of the box, and we remain scoreless here with 2 minutes left in the first. Oh, another great block this time by Crane, but her shot blocked. Another shot is blocked down by Schroeder, stolen away by catching. Pass for Crane, goes through everybody, cleared out by Tebow. Gets it up to Hughes. Hughes, pass back. Tebow flicks it. It's blocked by Mangan, goes out of bounds. The Natick forward and midi line applying such pressure whenever Brookline tries to transition it out of their own end. Brookline had one brief offensive push earlier in the quarter, but other than that, it's been almost all Natick in terms of offensive possession time. Bueno slides a little too high as goes off Tebow, and it's going to be a free ball for Natick. Flynn takes it and sends it back to Curley, walled off. Hawkins trying to move along the near side, out of bounds. Natick ball as Mangan with the defense. Now attempted push, stopped by Hawkins. Hawkins trying to run with it, walled off by the defense. And trying to force it through is Curley. Curley keeping with the ball, passing to the middle for Roby. Roby gets a pass. Moving it up the side was number 14, Maddie Brenneman. Gets it up to catching, back to Brenneman, now to the middle for Curley. Curley, her ability to stay with the ball despite the defensive pressure has been a huge part of Natick's transition game this quarter as they work on another attack. A push Does get to Crane, big golf swing, and it bounces wide. Just 10 seconds left in the quarter, so this is how the quarter is likely to end. It's just a running clock. They're not going to have time to set up the next play, and that is how the first frame is going to end. No score at the end of one here in Natick. Brookline none, Natick none. Natick generating most of the offensive pressure, but the Brookline defense holding firm so far. During this break between the first and second quarter, once again, I remind you this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate, personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, call 617-566-0103 or go online to eashdental.com to find out more. You can find that information in the description section down below. So Brookline is going to have to figure out a way to get past Natick's forward pressure, particularly the efforts of the Natick co-captains Liz Curley and Sophia Ambrose, being very representative of their jersey numbers, as they have very much formed a 1-2 punch in Natick's midfield, in just really flying everywhere to disrupt any attempt at Brookline, either pushing it out of their own end or trying to push it across midfield. And the way they've been able to maintain ball control, no matter who tries to stand up and take it away from them, has been a sight to see. And it's been a big part of how they've been able to generate chance after chance. So the Brookline defensive and midfield line, really all three phases, got to do better on the transition game so they can generate their own scoring chances here in the second quarter. And, you know, like soccer or ice hockey, this is one of those sports where even if your opponent generates the majority of chances, if your defense is able to stand tall and you get a lucky bounce here or there, you can still come out with the victory. So even with the majority of pressure in the first quarter, it's still anybody's game at this point. Brookline stepping back as Natick again gets the opening possession of the second quarter. Sydney Crane again with the ball at midfield, ready to get us started. Here we go. Second quarter underway. Pass goes back to Ambrose, further back to, I believe, Brenneman. Slides it, misses. Roby too high bouncing. A tough turnover for Natick. Oh, no. It stays Natick ball. Maybe it was deflected, or maybe it's a slightly different rule I'm not as aware of. Ambrose with the ball off the insert. Spins away from Hawkins. Long pass blocked down by Sandler. Sandler tries to push it, but it's walled off by Mangan. Mangan battling. Audrina Williams takes it away, pushes it forward to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to force her way through. Walled off by the Natick defense. A long, clear slide taken by number 28. 28 going down the near side. Stopped by DiCarlo. DiCarlo slides it across, disrupted. Trying to get to Tien. It was stolen by Roby, but Tien steals it back. Tien pushing her way up the far side. Tien trying to pick up speed and gain the edge. Tien sends a crosser, walled off. And it's out of bounds. I presume it's going to be Natick ball. This one swung towards midfield. Brookline tried to block it, but it's recovered by Liz Curley. Curley slides it up to Catching. Catherine Catching whiffs on that pass attempt, and her second attempt is blocked by Schroeder. Schroeder tries to clear, but it's recovered by Roby. Pushed back by Tien, I believe. Gets it up to Pice. Pice running up the far sideline. Pice trying to pick up speed. Big swing, sends it into the semicircle. Blocked down by the Natick defense and forcing her way out. Oh, a steal back briefly by Tien, but off the deflection it is taken by Roby. Long pass blocked by Schroeder. Tebow flicks it. Blocked down, I believe, by Ambrose. Disrupted by Sandler. Hawkins trying to recover it. But instead, I think it was taken by, Brenneman that time. Sent up the sideline. Going to roll out of bounds. Brookline ball. Bueno flicks it. Bouncing along. Hawkins trying to push. Pushes it into a double team, though, along the near side, taken away by Ambrose. Sandler there is backup. Sandler trying to push it through, but Ambrose muscles her way and pushes it. Goes out of bounds. Brookline ball again. Bueno inserts. Controlled by Ambrose. Intercepted by Sandler. Sandler slides it across for Tien. Tien tried to flick it past Catching, but into open space, taken by Roby, taken back by Tien. Tien trying to push through with it, but stopped by Curley. Curley spins, flicks it forward, gets it to Crane. Crane looking, flicks it for streaking number 28. Sliding a bit far, but she chases it down. Backhand crosser. Pushed forward briefly by Brenneman, but it's blocked. DiCarlo trying to get it out, but it deflects back to 28. 28 gives over to Brenneman. Brenneman pushes it forward. Walled by the defense. Almost controlled by Catching. Whiffed on the shot. Cleared out by Brookline, but it's stolen back. Brenneman battling for it. The battle is won by Brookline. Slid forward by Williams, gets to Hawkins. Big effort by the freshman Audrina Williams as Ambrose now tries to clear. Taken by Tebow. Tebow dribbling across midfield. Tries to sneak a backhand pass through, but missed, and it's taken back by the Red Hawks. Stolen back by Tebow now. Pushes it forward for Williams. Deflects. Williams trying to push forward, but walled by the defense. But Brookline does draw the corner as that went off the foot, I think, of a Natick defender. Might have been Ambrose. Big stop by Clara Tebow to take the ball back from Gabby Peeney. And Audrina Williams, who has been applying such great forward pressure early here in the second quarter. Great effort from the Brookline rookie in her first high school action. Brookline setting up for their first penalty corner. Sandler setting up on the insert. Slides it to Williams. Williams off a weird bounce, tries to recover it, but her insert is walled. Off the deflections, it's a battle between Flynn and DiCarlo. DiCarlo tried to press it forward, but couldn't. Stolen away now by Tebow. Sandler trying to take control. Sandler battling with Flynn, and it's taken away by, I think, Curley. Curley swing, knocked down by Sandler. Sandler takes it back. Pass goes off the foot of Hawkins, and Natick gets the free ball. No hesitation as Flynn tries to dribble with it. Disrupted by Sandler. Tries to get a pass through to 28, who does take it. Spins off Bueno. Now racing up the near sideline. Pass for Crane. Broken up and stolen back by DiCarlo. DiCarlo pass up to Sandler. Sandler couldn't corral it as it rolls out of bounds as some subs check in. It's like ice hockey. They do their subs in real time. As this pass goes to the middle, big swing forward for 28. 28 rushing in, trying to juke around, but Bueno with the help defense from behind to disrupt. Clears it out, gets to Sandler. Sandler battling along the near sideline, slides it back to Bueno. Bueno lifts a bouncer, Blocked by Ambrose. Ambrose, big swing, knocked down by Crane inside the semicircle, catching, trying to force her way through, but it's walled off. But taken back by 28, tries to slide it for Crane, but blocked again, I think by DiCarlo. And that's going to be Brookline ball as they draw the violation. Good defensive efforts by Alves and DiCarlo to prevent another big scoring chance by Natick from turning into a goal. Now, Brookline trying to push it forward. This is Tebow. Tebow sliding it forward past one last defender, chased down. Hawkins trying to push it, but could not corral it. A big stop by Gabby Peeney, the last line of defense for Natick, as that almost got out of control for the Redhawks. Instead, Flynn taking it up the near side. Draws a violation from Brookline. The defense just a little too physical from number 9, Kathy Merlis. And so it'll be a free ball for Natick as Ambrose lines up on the ball. Slides it over to Curley. Curley trying to break through. Poked loose by Tebow. Tebow tries to clear. Ambrose flicks it back. Tebow takes it again. Lifts a bouncing pass. And it's taken back on the far side. That pass intercepted back and slid forward. Chased down again by Tess Kirby, but taken back briefly, but out of bounds as Hawkins tried to make a push there, but could not keep control of it. A high flick from Natick is called for a violation, and it'll be Brookline's ball as they get to take it from the same line-out spot. As I think you're not allowed to lift it that high when you're going right from out of bounds. Brookline pushing it forward now, trying to get through. Kirby is Tien and draws a call on Kirby, and so it'll be a free ball for the Warriors from about the 15-yard line of the football field. Tien trying to push, find an opening. Walled off by the defense, but Tien still trying to muscle her way through. Could not. Oh, but that one was too high right in the face of Tebow, and so they call the violation on Natick again. I believe it's DiCarlo setting up. Sends a bouncing pass across the middle, gets to Williams. Williams flicks one and misses. Aimed at Merlis. She couldn't corral it. And it'll be out of bounds, Natick ball. Bouncing flick here gets up to Curley. Curley sends it forward to Crane. Crane stood up briefly, but now takes a big swing to try and get it past Alves. Bouncing high. It's a battle for the ball now, and it's taken away by Bueno. But Bueno being pursued, the pressure from number 16, who I also don't have on my roster right now. Flynn trying to work her way through, stopped by Bueno. Bueno slides it over to Tebow. Tebow trying to muscle her way through, controls it, passes forward to Hughes. Hughes trying to get around the defense and cannot. They call the violation on Hughes, well defended by Gemma Close. Pass it back to Ambrose now, off the leg of Close, and a turnover by Natick in their own end gives Brookline a chance here. Passing, moving up the far side, walled off, taken away by the Redhawks by Ambrose, and Ambrose draws a Brookline violation and will get the free ball. Slides one to the middle for Curley. Curley draws a violation again. Tebow too physical on the defense. Curley dribbles around Tebow. Tebow not giving up on it though. But Curley does send a pass. It skips off the stick of Crane. Schroeder trying to clear it out on the far side. Catching, takes it back, slides it back, flicked into the semicircle. And Brookline does clear it out. Hard clear by Tebow. Recovered, big swing, bouncing along. Goes off the body of catching, and that'll be a violation. Brookline trying to clear it out of their own end once again, but Natick again applying the pressure. Golf swing from Crane, bouncing dangerously inside the attack area. It's a scrum for the ball, and it goes off the foot of Flynn. Strong defensive efforts from, I believe that's Brooke Bottaglieri. But her pass is intercepted by Flynn. She's had a few of those today, trying to weave her way into the attack area. Stopped by Bottaglieri, but it goes off Bottaglieri's foot. It'll be another corner for Natick. Their first of the second quarter and fourth of the day. Less than 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Still no score as Ambrose sets up for the insert. Slides it back. A flick. Almost redirected, but it's walled. A backhander gets through. And it's Sophia Ambrose as a penalty corner. Again, they go to that same backdoor cut that Ambrose has been making on all of their corners. She's been their go-to target, and this time, despite being walled on the initial pass, was able to recover the ball and spin around for a nice backhand shot. And that gives Natick the 1-0 lead with 2:22 left here in the second quarter. Brookline takes it. It's slid back to Tebow. High bouncing pass. Gets past the defense. Chased down by Hughes, but couldn't corral it. It slides out of bounds. So goal scored by number 2, Sophia Ambrose. I didn't quite see who got the assist on that one, but strong goal off the corner. Now Natick moved it across midfield, but Brookline takes it back. Tebow flicks it down to the Natick end. Hughes able to keep it in bounds this time, trying to work along the far sideline, but boxed out by the Natick defense. Moving with it there was number 7 for Natick, Gemma Close. Couple. That goal assisted by number 10, Gabby Peeney, with a second, no secondary assist because it was Ambrose herself that scored. So 1-0. As catching, trying to push it through, make it 2-0. Dangerously inside the attack area, cleared back a swing, blocked by DiCarlo. Big stop there by the Brookline defense. Merlis moving the ball along the near sideline, and it's pushed back by Roby. Now Flynn moving it up the near side. Flynn turns around, passes it back to Mangan. Mangan's slide blocked by Merlis, but Mangan takes it back. Mangan slides it, redirected by Crane. Catching, couldn't stay with it, but Roby recovers the attempted clear, slides it forward, stopped by Brookline, and now moved out to the near side. Just 10 seconds left before halftime, and as that one slides out of bounds, Brookline ball, or I think it might be Natick ball, but this is just going to run out the clock, and that'll be halftime. The horn sounds here, and as we move into the halftime break, our score, Natick 1, Brookline 0 off the penalty corner goal, scored by number 2, Sophia Ambrose, assisted by number 10, Gabby Peeney. As we move to the halftime break here, once again, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-030-0103 or go online to eshdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, call 617-566-0103 or go online to eshdental.com. You can find all that information down in the description section down below. And you can also find information about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The food pantry serves an average of 650 households each week, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish at 210 Harvard Street on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the Food Pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer with the pantry and help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And once again, all that information down in the description section down below. Natick 1, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan live here in Natick, Massachusetts. I'll be back with the second half of this game. Stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Natick, Massachusetts for today's, or I should say tonight's at this point, is sun's gone down. We are playing field hockey under the lights today in this contest between the Brookline High Warriors and the Natick High Redhawks. The home team Redhawks with a 1-0 lead through the first two quarters off a penalty corner goal from co-captain Sophia Ambrose, assisted by Gabby Peeney. Brookline trying to get themselves some more scoring opportunities as Natick has controlled the possession game so far. Brookline has got to find a way to more consistently get it in the Natick end. They got off to a pretty solid start in the second quarter, but then Natick came back and started applying that same level of pressure. So Brookline's got to find a way to move that ball forward like they did at the start of the second quarter and keep it there. Brookline starting it as Audrina Williams slides it back. A big swing deflects, and Williams battling around midfield for it. Gets the violation call against Catherine Catching. Clara Thibault, a big golf swing there as it bounces past the defense. Chased down by Izzy Pice. Big swing for a crosser. It's walled off out of the air by the Natick defense. Good efforts by Gabby Peeney there. And now Natick trying to clear as Addie Roby clears it, but it's recovered by Mia DiCarlo. DiCarlo dribbling, pressured from behind by Sydney Crane. Briefly taken back by the Redhawks, but now Brookline as Maggie Tian trying to push it through. It's recovered now by Pice, and we got a violation called on Brookline. That's going to give Natick back the ball. Good initial push by Brookline, but they have to apply pressure in these situations where Natick is now trying to move the ball. But Natick makes a mistake there. The initial pass rolls out of bounds. Brookline gets an opportunity now from the out-of-bounds insert, as they're going to give it to Molly Schroeder for the insert here. Lifts it high, blocked well again out of the air by the Natick defense. They've had a couple of great reads out of the air. That one by Ambrose, who's been everywhere for the Redhawks today. Brookline defense forced the ball out of bounds. Ambrose insert bouncing along, gets past the defense, and Catching chases it down. Catching moving along the near side, turns around, slides back to Roby. Roby tries an insert, bounces off the defender. Crane turns around, tries an insert, wall just barely. And now reinserted by the Natick defense, stopped by Danker and kicked out of bounds. It's not going to be a corner, but it is going to be a free ball for Natick. Big defensive efforts by Brookline there again, as once again Natick has flipped the field so quickly. And again, you see the impact that Ambrose has in the transition game with what a crucial role she played getting that ball upfield. Now Natick moving it along the far side, trying to insert it into the attack area, but walled off by Thibault, I believe, as she tries to work it along the far side, but Natick takes it back. Dribbling it into the attack area, trying to push one through, but it's walled off and goes out of bounds. It'll be Brookline ball this time. Flicked forward, walled off by Ambrose. Tian trying to take it back, but Ambrose called for a violation, and Brookline will get the free ball at about the 25-yard line. Flicked up by DiCarlo, taken on the far side, and a pass back for Bueno. Disrupted, I think, by Flynn. Sandler trying to work it up the far side, but runs out of room, and it's taken back by Natick out of bounds. This one sent towards the middle, intercepted. Lifted high again. Natick has been doing so well walling down those high airborne hits. Pice miscommunicated with Tian, and it's taken away by Ambrose in the midst of the miscommunication. Slides it down for catching too far out of bounds. This will be Schroeder with the free ball, lifts it, goes off the stick of Ambrose. Williams trying to corral it, Ambrose disrupting. Tebow muscles her way through to the ball, pushes it past close, slides it up to a streaking Izzy Pice. Pice weaves, pass towards the middle. Sliding it back there was Tebow, gets it back to DiCarlo. DiCarlo pushing it forward. Sends it up, a bouncing pass, gets to Hawkins, backhand shot, stopped at the last second by Boyer. She reached out and got it with her stick. Pice trying to force it back into the attack area, knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Natick. Huge stop by Natalie Boyer there as Brookline almost managed to get one through to tie it up at 1. Attempted clear is walled by the defensive pressure of Williams. Williams trying to move it forward. Blocked again. I think close. Passed it out to Roby. Long pass broken up by Schroeder. Schroeder lost control of her dribble there, and it's taken back, I believe, by Curley. Passes it up. Gets to Catching. Catching. Turns around. Pass to the middle. Gets to Ambrose. Ambrose, big swing. Walled off. Taken back by Schroeder. Schroeder couldn't clear it past Curley. Curley with space, passes forward for Crane. Crane couldn't get it past Bueno. Attempted clear, though, taken back by Curley. Curley charging into the attack area. Spins off Bueno, tries a centering pass, but it's blocked. Bueno clears it out to the far side for Sandler. And it's lost out of bounds. Again, Sandler runs out of room on that far sideline. The attempted insert. Couple of blocks, but it's recovered, I think, by Flynn. Flynn trying to force her way through. Flynn trying to push it in. A wall of Brookline defenders. It's a swarm around the ball, and I think it went off the leg of a Natick player there as it turned into an absolute scrum for the ball. That one bouncing along, walled down again. Pass up to Flynn, walled off by Bueno. Bueno with some space, now passes forward into a crowd, battling for it. Hawkins trying to come out with it, but Roby comes away with it. Hawkins still applying pressure as the pass goes errant and is taken briefly by Tian, but stolen back now by Ambrose. Ambrose sends a pass through, disrupted by Bueno and by Tebow, and now Hawkins trying to get it, but it's taken by Roby. Roby's pass goes wide, out of bounds. And it's going to be Brookline ball. Midway through the third quarter, 7.5 minutes on the clock. No score in this third quarter so far, still 1-0 the Natick advantage. Pass goes to Tian. Tian tries to spin, trying to muscle her way through, cannot. Knocked away by Ambrose, gets to Catching. Now to the middle to Crane. Crane couldn't get past the defense there. Tebow pushes it forward. Close, battling with Hawkins. Deflects out of bounds, and Brookline gets the favorable deflection. Pass through. Taken by Bueno, slides it forward, taken by Tian. Tian trying to take control of it, spins off Curley, trying to push through, has the speed, gets through, slides it into the attack area, finds a teammate. Pice couldn't keep control of it, attempted clear, recovered by Tian, but Tian couldn't stay with it. It's taken back, I believe, by Roby. Roby's pass, intercepted by Schroeder, pushes it back. Taken back by Curley, but misses Roby on the pass as it goes out of bounds. Maggie Tian with the big push there, but Brookline just couldn't get a proper stick-on ball inside the semicircle there. Schroeder slides one bouncing, deflects towards the middle. Close takes it. Close trying to clear, blocked by DiCarlo, recovered and flicked forward, I believe, by Tebow. Almost knocking it down there was Pice, but instead Close clears it out. Moving up the far side, a steal, but it's recovered by Natick. A long pass up, finds its target. That's 28. Stolen back. And a pass goes to Tien. Off the pass from Sandler, and now a violation on Natick. Tien just taking off with speed. Dribble was a bit far out in front of her, but she keeps control of it despite the defense from Roby. But Roby's still trying to take it back, and Roby does take it. Pass it up to Ambrose on the near sideline. Ambrose disrupted by Hawkins, but it will stay Natick ball off the out of bounds. And we got a timeout now called by Natick. Brookline almost had a couple of big pushes there, so I'm not surprised at Coach Peeney calling a timeout there. Probably wants to make an adjustment specifically to account for the moves that Maggie Tien has done on the past couple of possessions. Still 1-0 with 5:08 on the clock here in the third quarter. Well, again, with the only goal coming from Sophia Ambrose, assisted by Gabby Peeney back in the second quarter. Once again, if you're enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Going to have some more Brookline High athletics action this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back in Brookline at Skyline Park as the Brookline girls soccer team will be hosting the Needham Rockets in a rematch of last year's round of 16. And then on Saturday, I'll have the Brookline boys soccer team for their home opener back at Skyline against the Falcons of Cambridge Ringe and Latin School. Be sure to stay tuned for all that and more. Subscribe to the channel can help. And of course, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. And be sure to check out the description section for a lot of helpful links to our sponsor, Ash Dental, our local charity spotlight, Brookline Food Pantry, and some links related to me. Players back out on the field. We'll see what kind of adjustments were made out of that timeout. 5:08 on the clock here in the third quarter. Still a one-goal game. Natick in the driver's seat right now at the lead, but all Brookline needs is one favorable bounce, and they could tie this one up, as I think they called Ambrose. Oh, no, she was just too hasty with it. So Natick gets a bit of a break there, actually, for trying to insert before the whistle, as that was going to be taken away by Hawkins. Instead, it's taken away by the Brookline defense, as that stop was made by number 10, Sadie Hoge. Now taken at midfield by Tebow. Tebow trying to slide a pass through to Izzy Pice, broken up at the last second by Curley. Pice passes it, sends it forward, but kicked away by Boyer. Recovered by Tebow. Tebow flicks it towards the box, walled off, attempted clear, and now it's flicked out towards midfield. And now an odd man rush potentially for Natick as Crane racing up with it, stopped by Alves. And now Crane tried to push up with it, stolen away by Hawkins. Couldn't quite clear it out as Catching takes it. Brookline with another huge offensive chance, but just couldn't get it through. Now a long pass up. It's taken by Curley, but couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. The pressure coming from number 3, Ellie Haberkern. Brookline getting some fresh legs in here late in the third quarter. A couple players that I don't think had gotten any playing time up to this point. Ambrose tries a pass, walled by DiCarlo. Now towards the middle, Tebow muscles it away from Crane, but couldn't get a proper pass off. It's taken by Roby. Roby sends it to the middle to Close. Close slides it forward, blocked and recovered by Hawkins. Hawkins tries pass, blocked by Ambrose. Ambrose, big swing there as it deflects and rolls out of bounds. Or no, it stays inbounds. Now it's out of bounds. Just over 3 minutes left here in the third. Still just a 1-goal game. Long pass deflects into the attack area, but recovered, I believe, by Bueno. Now Sandler battling with Close for the ball. Pass it back to Bueno. Bueno could not get it past there. They sent it towards the box, and it deflects out, and I think we're going to have a corner here. We are. Natick with their 5th corner of the day. They had 3 in the first quarter, and then just 1 each in the quarters since. Brookline has had just 1 penalty corner all game so far. Ambrose slides it back. Peeny inserts, redirect, walled this time. Great defense by Brookline as Ambrose tried for a big swing but commits the violation. I think that was DiCarlo who came through with a big block on the attempted redirected shot by Ambrose. We've seen so many nice defensive plays today as Crane blocks that one down, tries to push it, and draws a Brookline violation. That'll give Natick a free ball just outside the attack area. Passes slid over to Peeny. Peeny tries to insert, blocked by Hawkins. Trying to muscle her way through, though. Or no, that's Roby, not Peeny. My mistake. Taken out by Tebow. Tries to clear, but it's stopped. Flynn trying to push through, but cannot. Recovered by Hawkins. Pushed forward, but intercepted by Curley. Can't get past Hawkins there as Hawkins takes it back. Hawkins trying to push through. Intercepted again by Curley. Violation called on Natick, and Brookline will get the free ball. Less than a minute left in the third. DiCarlo couldn't get it far enough, and it's taken back by Ambrose. Pass up to Catching, disrupted as Hoge knocks it loose. Ambrose sends it into the attack area. Alves trying to clear it out and draws the violation on Natick. This one deflected again by Natick, taken by 28. Pass forward. Crane trying to force one through, and it goes wide. But this is probably just going to count out the third quarter as there's the horn. We are through 3, 1 quarter left to play here in Natick. Our score, the Natick High Redhawks 1, the Brookline High Warriors 0. In a tightly contested defensive slugfest, it's still anybody's game with 15 minutes left to decide a winner. During this break between quarters, I once again remind you this broadcast is brought to you in part by Esch Dental, whose logo you can see at the bottom middle of your screen. They are located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. Once again, 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com. And be sure to, if you're looking for a dentist, be sure to check them out and give them your support. You know, like I said, local business, you know, local sports parent, and you know, they're showing how much they care about the community by investing money in sponsoring my services. You know, so they're looking out for a fellow local businessman in yours truly. So be sure to check them out if you have the chance. This game coming down to the wire here. The second quarter goal by Sophia Ambrose on the penalty corner off the assist from Gabby Pini. Still the lone score from either squad so far as we enter the fourth and final quarter of regulation. Can Natick hold on and start their season with a win, or can Brookline find the back of the cage and at least tie it up? 15 minutes on the clock. Brookline getting the opening possession here in the fourth and final period. Here we go. Pice slides back, a whiffed swing by Tebow, and Crane takes advantage. Crane pushing it deep into the Brookline end. Backhand pass down to number 14, Maddie Brenneman. Trying to push it into the attack area, but it's cleared out briefly by Brookline, but swooping in and taking it, who else but Ambrose? Ambrose pass goes off the foot of Schroeder, and Schroeder is called for the violation. Free ball for Natick. Ambrose dribbling into the corner. Tries a backhand pass, walled off. And I think she was looking for some kind of call against Brookline, but did not get it. And so Brookline will now get the free ball. Pass lifted a little high along the near side, and it's taken away by Roby. Pushed down for Brenneman, back to Roby now, up to Crane. Crane swings pass over to Brenneman. Shot kicked away by Danker. And out of the scrum, the attempted clear goes back to Roby. Roby tries a pass, disrupted and broken up by Tebow. Tebow trying to push forward, but walled by the defense of, I think, Gabby Pini. Long pass, finds an open Brenneman, tries a shot, walled by, I believe, Schroeder. And now Crane tries to push it forward. Gets it up to Brenneman. Walled off again. Brookline with a big defensive stand there. Now another attempted insert, and it's redirected in. And that goal was scored, I think, by Mia Guglielmucci. They just swarmed that one inside the attack area and got the bounce they needed, and now a 2-0 lead. Brookline again needs to find something, and that one's not it as they turn it over out on the far side. Brookline almost had the valiant defensive stand there, but Natick just had one push too many. And 2-0 now as Natick gets the all-important insurance goal. Even more firmly in the driver's seat now as they are still bringing the offensive pressure. Now awaiting the free ball from Schroeder. Sends it up, blocked by Crane, pushes forward, gets it to I think, 22. But it's cleared out by Brookline. Sandler trying to push it up. Disrupted, but recovered by Brookline, now racing up the far side. Ran out of room, and it's out of bounds once again. This one blocked. Curley takes it, pushes it upfield. Okay, PA announcer confirms that goal scored by number 28, Mia Guglielmucci, assisted by number 14, Maddie Brenneman. Brookline trying to push it forward, but again, taken by the Redhawks. The attempted clear didn't have a lot of juice on that one, but it is recovered by Ambrose. Ambrose, a hard flick, blocked down by DiCarlo. That could have turned into a dangerous chance. Instead, DiCarlo going to take it, tries to flick it, but blocked by Ambrose, and Ambrose takes it back. That one taken back by DiCarlo, pushed forward, gets it up to, I think, Tebow. Tebow couldn't stay with it, but Hawkins recovers. Hawkins trying to push it forward, blocked. Bunch of ricochets, and Hawkins takes it again, tries to push it forward, but walled. Hawkins keeping up the offensive pursuit. Trying to wrestle for the ball, and a push into the semicircle. Natick trying to clear it out now, and they do. They clear it out near side. It's going to be Brookline ball. Just over 10 minutes left. Brookline still looking for their first goal of the 2024 season. Schroeder will do the insert from out of bounds. Pass forward, knocked down, violation on Brookline. And Brookline's got to apply some forward pressure here as Natick works to clear. As that long pass completes, up to Brenneman. Brenneman's pass broken up by DiCarlo. DiCarlo trying to take it back, but it's forced up by Crane, and Crane pushes it. Walled by the last line in Alves, but Alves couldn't keep track of it. Taken by Brenneman, pushed all the way down to Denker, who has to kick it out of the attack end. Taken back now by Schroeder, but Schroeder having trouble dribbling it up. And again, you see just how much more easily Natick is able to move the ball upfield as they instantly flip field on that play. Ambrose, a long one, bounces, and from a long distance, no goal because she shot it from outside of the semicircle, I think is the reason. I think you have to score from inside the attack end, from inside the semicircle. It's too far. That's a rule they got in field hockey. Unless it bounces off. I think there's an exception sometimes if it bounces off a defensive player. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. And now Brookline trying to move up with it. Tebow blocked again. Curley with the big play in the transition game. Ambrose has been getting a lot of the highlights, but Curley has also been very effective as she passed it out to Guglielmucci out on the far side. Pushes it forward, controlled by Alves. Oh, stolen back, but a trip. And what's going to happen here? They're going to send Alves to serve a penalty as she tripped up a Natick player there. So Natick will have a one-player advantage for the next minute. And now they do set up for the penalty corner. Ambrose sets up for the insert once again. They've scored once out of their past 5 penalty corners so far tonight. Ambrose slides it back to Curley. Curley walled on the attempted push there. And walled a second time, stolen away by Schroeder. Taken back briefly by Flynn. Schroeder muscles it out to the far sideline. Flynn tries to reinsert. Blocked by, I believe, Bueno. Tries to push it forward. Big swing, redirected high, but could not get it past. Back out to Roby. Roby trying to muscle it through. Tien clears it out, but clears it out too high, and that's going to be another corner for Natick. Natick with another corner situation, their 7th of the night compared to Brookline's 1 so far this game, to just show the disparity in offensive pressure in a more statistical measure. Slid back Roby. Roby back down to Ambrose. Ambrose sends in a crosser. Guglielmucci recovers, tries to push it, and misses wide. 2-0, the Natick lead with 6.5 to go. Brookline trying to at least get on the board to start and see if they can cut the lead down to 1. That one bounces through, but is recovered by number 6, Ella Tarka. Pass back to Curley, and now up streaking through was Flynn, but she's called for the violation. And so Brookline will get the free ball as a timeout is called by Brookline. Two nothing. Is the Natick advantage here. Brookline has got 6 minutes and 1 second to try and make something happen here. They've had a couple of scoring chances, but nothing has been able to find the back of the net so far. And after Brookline showed a lot of strong offensive pressure at times in the third quarter, Natick has been dominant for much of this fourth. Brookline had one strong push at one point, but Natick is able to flip the field so quickly. And it just shows, you know, the advantage of having players that are able to track those high-bouncing, fast-flying clearing shots, as Natick's been able to knock a bunch of those down and continuously apply pressure to Brookline. And then when Natick's transitioning, it seems like often just a couple of hard flicks and they're down the other end. Brookline tried to pass down the middle, intercepted Brenneman, pass for Crane. Crane looking, passes, and an attempted insert. Couldn't find its way through, but they do draw the corner. Penalty corner number 8 for Natick tonight. Ambrose inserts. Pass back Ambrose, tries a crosser, walled off by the Brookline defense. But because it's out of bounds off Brookline, that'll draw, I think, a free ball for Natick. Ambrose slides it over. Now it's back to Ambrose from Tarka. Sends one down. Pass back out to Tarka. Tarka insert into the crowd. It's a scrum right in front of the box. And Brookline just barely able to keep it out. Danker and company managed to wrestle it away, and now it rolls out of bounds. And Brookline trying to work it upfield again. Sent up the near side. Hawkins couldn't chase it down. Pass goes back. Hawkins trying to block. As it rolls out of bounds. Brookline ball. Or no, Natick ball. Tarka inserts up to Brenneman. Blocked by by DiCarlo. Now was Tebow trying to move it upfield, but intercepted again by Natick. Pass up to Ambrose. Backhanded crosser flies out of bounds. Brookline ball. Just 3.5 minutes to go. Natick leads by 2. And at this point, if you're Brookline, I think you'd be satisfied just to get 1 goal on the board and prevent the shutout. Long, high-bouncing pass, briefly corralled, but then stood up and flicked right back by the Redhawks. I think that was Curley. Pass through, just gets away from Brenneman. Pass back out, insert redirect. Off the post, redirected in. I think that was Guglielmucci again. I'm not entirely sure, as once again, that was another scrum right around the cage. The initial redirected shot went off the post, but good scrapping right in front of the box to get the putback shot as Natick goes up by 3 with less than 3 to play. We'll await the official PA announcement of the score, but I believe that was Mia Guglielmucci with her 2nd goal of the night. Natick pushing it forward again. Dribbling with it now is DiCarlo. DiCarlo trying to muscle her way through. Couldn't stay with it. It's stolen by Ambrose. Ambrose, long flick. And it's again from too far out. But, I mean, that's why Danker let it go past her, because she knew it wasn't good. So Sydney Crane with the assist. And I believe he just confirmed that it was Guglielmucci who got that goal. Guglielmucci from Crane, as Crane got the initial shot that went off the post. Guglielmucci with the putback. Now Hawkins pushes it forward, but it's walled, but a violation on Curley for walling that one. They got to bring it back to the proper spot, and Brookline's got to move. Less than 2 minutes to go if they want to at least get their first goal of the new season today. Tebow, golf swing there, slides up. Hawkins trying to stay with it, but walled off by Curley. Clearing flick goes across midfield, blocked back by Bottiglieri, gets to Tebow. Tebow taken down from behind, and that's going to draw another violation. Brookline trying to run with it as time is not on their side. Tebow trying to muscle it through, but could not corral it. And it's taken by Curley. The attempted clear, chased down, intercepted. Pushed back forward, gets up to Tebow. Tebow trying to get track of the ball. She does, pushes, stopped, and cleared out. Big defensive stop by Natick. The attempted clear stopped by Hawkins. Hawkins applying forward pressure, but it is sent up the near sideline to Ambrose. Ambrose off the pass, I think, from close as she races it up. Less than a minute left, and it looks like Natick is going to come away with the shutout win unless Brookline can come up with a big rush here. But again, that's just been the story of the night as Ambrose is going to settle herself down in the corner to kill clock. And that's really been the story, is Natick's ability to hold on to possession flip the field as easily as they have has been really the key to victory, as this one's knocked out of bounds. And with about 20 seconds to go, I think this is going to be your final score. Natick 3, Brookline 0. 2 goals scored by Mia Guglielmucci, 1 goal scored by Sophia Ambrose, who really was the MVP of this game for Natick. Her ability to just be everywhere in the transition game. And that is going to do it as the Natick High Redhawks open their season with a victory. The final score, Natick 3, Brookline 0. And again, you saw just at those last seconds what was the real key here today. Natick's ability to move from one end of the field to the other as quickly as they did against Brookline. While with Brookline, it seemed like a Herculean effort just to get across midfield. That was the big difference, and that's something that Brookline is going to have to work on. They did graduate a number of key players from last year, and so they are going to have to figure out how that transition works, you know, where players are supposed to be, how they want to try and move things from end to end so they can get themselves some more attack chances. They did get a few, but they really just didn't get enough and didn't get any of those big attack chances, as Natick, I think, outnumbered them on the penalty corner, something like 9-1 tonight. And that really was the difference summed up in statistical form. Mia Guglielmucci leads the scorers table with 2 goals. 1 assisted by Maddie Brenneman, 1 assisted by Sydney Crane, and then Sophia Ambrose got what turned out to be the winning goal back in the second quarter, assisted by Gabby Peeney. Well, that's going to do it for this broadcast. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, this broadcast was brought to you in part by Esch Dental, located right in Coolidge Corner. Book your next dental appointment with local dentist and BHS sports parent Dr. Brandon Esch for the non-corporate personalized dentistry our community deserves. Call 617-566-0103 or go online to eschdental.com to find out more and book your appointment. And thank you once again to Esch Dental for sponsoring this broadcast. And thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. We'll be back live tomorrow afternoon for some soccer action as the Brookline girls soccer team hosts Needham at Skyline Park. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribing to the channel can help. Thank you to all those who brought the notes in the live chat tonight. Remember, if there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. And be sure to go down below to the description section of the video where you can find some helpful links. You can find a link and phone number for our local business sponsor, Esch Dental, a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, Brookline Food Pantry, and some links related to me, which you can also find in the bottom right corner of your screen. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests that you may have. And you can also follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook. I post highlights from previous live streams and the links to upcoming live streams on my social media, so be sure to follow me there. But for now, for this live stream, that's going to do it. From Memorial Stadium in Natick, Massachusetts, the final score, Natick 3, Brookline 0. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.